And now, Philipsburg Broadcasting proudly presents Good Morning, Mr. Governor, with Francis Carty.
Good morning, Mr. Governor. The toxic air is threatening our lives. Just when we thought that a stable government will allow this government to function peacefully, we are faced with an issue that threatens the very lives of our children. This is not an overstatement of facts, but rather a statement of reality, because on one side of the Coal Bay Hill, we are faced with the toxic air from the dump, and on the other side of Coal Bay Hill, we are faced with the toxic air caused by chemicals used to power the GEB plant. So both sides of the Coal Bay Hill are threatened by toxic air pollution that requires this government's immediate attention, because any further benign neglect of this issue will only lead to fatal consequences to our children and elderly. No tourism-dependent country can accommodate visitors with this kind of intolerable toxic air pollution in its environment, and keeping silent will not end these negative consequences. One of my concerns is how can this toxic air affect our youngsters at the Lionel Connor School and not also affect the livelihood of the many residents living in close proximity to GEB power generating plant? How can residents of the entire cul-de-sac area be affected by the smoke coming from the dump without causing immediate residents of the Arch Road, Sucker Garden, and Philipsburg areas of all kinds of health hazards? Without going any further on these many health hazards caused by the pollution of toxic air, we can only recommend that this government, for stability, start rethinking its approach for dealing with the pollution caused by toxic air by first stop using the toxic chemical used at the GEBE power plant, and secondly, start taking steps to ending the dumping of waste at the dump on Pond Island. The entire island is affected by toxic gases. Good morning, Mr. Governor.
That was Good Morning, Mr. Governor by Francis Carty.